Hi, folks. Welcome back to, or welcome for the first time, maybe you're joining for the first time, to the Quest for Glory saga. I'm Alec, and I have been playing through all of the Quest for Glory games in order with the same character, a fighter named Conrad. He's already had a couple of adventures in Spielberg, which was the first game, and then Shapir and Razir in the last game. You can watch those adventures on the channel if you want. First one doesn't have my face in the corner. Second one does, and this third one, I upgraded my microphone so that you guys can hear my voice a little bit better. This headset, it's a Razer headset and has a decent mic on it, but obviously nothing beats a dedicated microphone. So let's jump in, and I'll explain things as we go. All right. Sierra logo. Nothing beats it. Now take a look at this. It's got the flaming sword right there. Pretty dramatic opening, honestly, for a title screen. So, Quest for Glory 3, what do I know about this? I'm not an expert about these series, so I'm not great at doing these introductions, but this game was made around the same time as Quest for Glory 1 VGA, which is the one that I did play. So 1992, I think these were in production at the same time. What I've been told, this one was kind of rushed out the door. I never realized that growing up, but we'll see if I can find any rough edges as I play through this time. The other thing I wanted to mention is I'm actually playing this enhanced edition version of this game. So some kind soul actually went into the code for this game and learned how the old Sierra engine actually worked and patched up the game and even restored a few lost scenes from what I hear. So I've never used the enhanced edition, but I just found it and I'll link it in the description of this video as well. So if you want to install it, you can later. So I hope that makes the game more stable and prevents any weird bugs from happening. But I guess we'll find out. So since we're playing through the game as the same character from the last game, we need to import him now. Please insert your saved character disc from Quest for Glory 1 so you want to be a hero, or Quest for Glory 2 Trial by Fire into the disc drive so your hero can make the journey to Quest for Glory 3. Well, we aren't using disc drives anymore. Look at these icons, by the way. Got a nice sword, and that the weight is like a scarab symbol, so that's awesome. Quest for Glory 2 save. Here we go. Your character has been successfully imported. Welcome to Tarna. Your character has been imported as a Paladin. If you do not feel this is the proper profession, please indicate your preference below. We're not going to change our class. I'm happy with where we landed in the previous game, actually, as a Paladin, so we're going to keep that up. He's got a code now, right? Here he is. Look at this guy. I love it. We have 50 available points to put into something. We can't raise honor at all. So where am I going to put these points? Oh wow, I can actually go above 200. Interesting. So the genie in the previous game, we actually increased dodge and we increased throwing because we hadn't really worked on those during Quest for Glory 2. I think now, oh wow, so it costs 30 points to do climbing. We're not going to do climbing. The same reasoning applies here. Anything that was 0 skill, we're going to keep at 0. So no magic, no stealth, no picklocks, and no climbing. Why don't we increase the stuff that's lowest? All right, so not intelligence. I don't think we need that much. I'm gonna increase throwing again up to where it is with parry. Now I'm gonna go back and forth with throwing and parry. Brilliant. Get it up to where my agility is. Now, I'm gonna do... I don't know if this system makes sense, but it makes sense to me. I want to increase the stuff that he's, like, worst at. That seems to matter for him. Make him a bit more agile. Okay, we got... almost... Oops. Don't want to put any points into intelligence. Parry, throwing, agility... Okay, that's it. That's kind of where we're gonna leave it. Which one's gonna be slightly more? Let's do. Okay, so let's go. Let's dive right in. I thank you, Rakeesh, and my prince, for answering my summons. I have information for both of you. You recognize these people? Obviously, this is me, in a different outfit, no less. Here's Rakeesh. This is Aziza. As you know, 3 months ago in Razir, the evil Ad Avis attempted to unleash the genie Iblis in order to rule the world. I still don't know how to pronounce that. Here we go. Flashback. Ad Avis stood before his hexagram, preparing to unleash the foul Iblis to do his bidding. Hear me, O dark powers. Light the darkness and bind Iblis to me forever. What? You entered the room and broke the seal of Sultan by moving the candle. That was weird. You idiot! You have destroyed my spell. Now you shall be destroyed. Your spell of reversal protected you from his spells. Well, this doesn't seem right. Why am I casting spells? Unfortunately, Ad Avis also had a spell to reflect spells. This is not how things... This is not how it happened. No, no, master, help me. You bounced your spell off the wall and into the flaming brazier, knocking Ad Avis to his doom below. Kinda weird. We don't know magic. When Ad Avis died, his magical power was released, and I could sense the moment of his death. Such a release of power could be felt by skilled magic users all over the world. Still, there is some mystery concerning the death of Ad Avis. It is very disturbing that the body of Ad Avis could not be found. Even with all my magic, I cannot determine who or what removed the body or what became of it afterwards. I believe the unbinding of Ad Avis's power could well have other, darker results. Now we are again in my house in Shapir. Hero, you have become the Prince of Shapir by order of the Sultan, Harun al-Rashid. Rakeesh now desires to return to his home in Tarna. Last night, I received this message from the sorceress Kreesha in Tarna. Please tell Rakeesh that he must return quickly to Tarna. There is serious talk of war here, and I think only Rakeesh can now bring peace. I believe there is more to this war than just the anger of two tribes. I believe that a demon has again broken through to this land and seeks to destroy us all. In 3 days, a magical portal will open in Shapir to take Rakeesh back to Tarna. I suggest that if you, Prince of Shapir, wish to truly be a hero, you accompany Rakeesh. If there is indeed a demon, it is probable it was released into this world by the death of Ad Avis. You must stop it and send it back to its own world. Okay. The mission's clear anyway. What's happening? Just loading? Alright. Palace of the Sultan of Shapir, 3 days later. It greatly grieves me to say farewell to such fine friends and honored guests. Rakeesh, you were a great aid to me, and I sorrow to see you return to Tarna. O great Sultan, it has been an honor to serve you. Uhura, warrior of the Simbani, you have been a most excellent guildmaster for the Adventurers Guild and a gifted instructor of combat. Thank you for your services to Shapir. I leave Shapir with a great treasure, my son Simba. I never forget this place, but it will be good to go home again. My son, it breaks my heart to see you leave. You will always have a home here in Shapir. I send with you a special gift. I give you a magical shield, which will help protect you from magical attacks. May you never need to use it. And a little hug. Why not? And then just back away. Sultan, the magical portal to Tarna appears. Farewell, all of you. May you find the peace you seek. Here's Tarna. It is good to see you again, Kreesha. It is good to be with you again, Rakeesh. Kreesha, you have met Uhura of the Simbani village before. This is her son, Simba. Warrior. It is good to see you again, Uhura. That son of yours looks like a strong and healthy young cub. Missouri, Kreesha, thank you for helping me to return. Simba and I need to be getting back to my people, Kwaherini. Kwaheri, warrior Uhura. I'm probably butchering the words here, guys. Farewell, Uhura. We'll see you later, Uhura. Hopefully I never have to fight you ever again. I have given him my sword, Kreesha. He has the makings of a true paladin. Paladin? It is a very great honor indeed for you to come here. Your skills may be most useful in preventing war here. So, that was very weird, right? That it showed me casting spells? That's not how I remember it. But, what can you do? Right, so we're here. I just wanted to mention, obviously, in the last game, AGDI, they were just kind of upgrading the graphics. They didn't change the style, really. So it's kind of refreshing to see us actually returning to the high-level quality of Sierra, right? And it makes sense. They had, like, a full budget and whatnot. There's so much more detail now on the screen than there was in Quest for Glory 2, so that's really cool to see. As with everything, so actually, you do not have any magical ability. I just wanted to double check because that was really weird. We basically saw like how a magic user would have made it through the end of Quest for Glory 2. And that's not how we remember it. All we did was run in, knock over the candle with a foot, and then just ran through the fire and just kind of pushed Ad Avis off the ledge. So nothing as cool as what we saw with the spells. The menu looks pretty similar to before. It's day 1. This is what we see now. Doesn't tell us what time it is on day 1, but I guess we can guess. It's just noon. Alright, let's take a look. Actually, detail, I want to turn that all the way up. Kreesha likes a well-lit workroom. You are in Kreesha's magic workroom. Here she studies, concocts magical formulas, and performs rituals to perfect her art and to help the people of Tarna. I don't remember hearing about Kreesha, actually, in Quest for Glory 2. Kreesha is a wise-looking female Liontar. She wears the headdress of a master magician. Your friend Rakeesh is a powerful-looking Liontar, but he walks with a limp because of his injured leg. My, Conrad, you're looking heroic today. Very good. The pillars are decorated with ceremonial masks from one of the local Frikanan tribes. Yeah, so this game is set basically in an Africa-inspired world. So Frikana is meant to be like Africa, whereas Quest for Glory 2 was set in Arabia. So that's what we're going to be encountering in terms of the mythology of the area. And the overall culture. The horned skull actually has no magical significance, but Kreesha thought it added a certain something to her workroom. Kreesha likes to keep ahead of her field. Here, she's kept several. Mages like to keep up on their reading. Kreesha's library includes Gone with the Wand, World Gate Debate, Liontar and the Winter, The Wand and the Liontar, and Out of East Frikana. These are Kreesha's miscellaneous potion bottles. They contain all sorts of exotic potions like Tullamore Dew, Chanel number 555, and Hers Weston Extra Dark. These must be the reading lights. The vases contain pixie dust, gold dust, and dust in the wind. Now, how did she get that wind in there? That's the biggest bowl of wasabi you've ever seen. Or maybe it's spinach dip. In any case, better leave it alone. Anything else to click on here? These boxes hold dry spell components like dehydrated tsetse fly wings, crocodile scales, and impala antlers. It's an ancient Cretan urn, or some sort of Vulcan musical instrument, or maybe just an example of modern art. These bottles and jars hold the gross and yucky spell components, pickled newt's eyes, giant worm intestines, raw liver, that sort of thing. It's a shelf of leftovers and miscellaneous stuff. Kreesha sometimes uses this high stool to reach the higher shelves. It saves a few magic points. It's a pitcher of lemonade. Spellcasting is thirsty work. You've heard that a penny earned is a penny saved. That's probably why Kreesha has this urn full of commons. This is either a chest full of magical paraphernalia or one of those trick chests that magicians sometimes use when they need to beat a hasty retreat. Alright, I think that's nearly everything. Sorry if that's tedious to people, but I like doing that in new scenes, new rooms. Look at this pentagram too. Pentagrams are often used for spells of summoning and protection. From the permanent nature of this one, you suspect that Kreesha specializes in these types of magic. Alright, let's chat with him. That mouth looks like a lot more feminine than Conrad, but maybe that's just what his mouth looks like. So let's see if it has the same system as before. If you click the mouth on yourself, then you can do things that are to do with yourself, I guess. You greet Kreesha. You will always be welcome in our house, young hero. Okay, good. Let's tell about Shapir. You talk about your experiences in Shapir and how you defeated Ad Avis. The enchantress Aziza spoke to me of Ad Avis. You must indeed be a hero to defeat such a wicked wizard. Yes. We already knew that. Alright, so here are the things we can ask about. Let's ask about where we are first. Welcome to our land, Prince of Shapir. Tarna is an ancient city, and you will find much to do here. Iron makes sense after that. So this is the first game that also does not have a text prompt, so I would say that the game is probably designed a little bit more around these dialogue trees. We Liontars are a proud race, sometimes too proud for our own good. Most Liontars live in the eastern section of the city, away from humans. I have chosen to live in the western section with the humans. They are as much a part of Tarna as our people. A bit of segregation. Cool. Magic. I am a worker of spells, specializing in teleportation and communication. The magical portal which brought you here is an example of my magic. The magical portal allows people to travel across distances. It is a difficult spell to create, for it takes an incredible amount of magic, and can only be done through ritual. A ritual is a series of actions and events used as magical spells. Most of my magic is done through ritual, as is much of the magic in this region of the world. Okay. Conrad's a little more curious about magic, I think, now that he's a paladin, or a paladin in training. Alright, and tell me about your partner. Rakeesh is my life mate, and my friend. He is also highly respected by the Council of Judgement and Rajah, the king of Tarna and Rakeesh's brother. Wow, so brother to the ruler, to the king. Rajah is the current ruler of Tarna. He is somewhat hot-headed and is loud in his demands that the Council of Judgement declare war. That is very like him. Rajah always treated life as a battle to be fought, rather than an adventure to be experienced. The Council of Judgement make the laws of Tarna. I am a member of the Council. The Council will decide whether or not Tarna will go to war. So that's what we're here for, to stop this war. The leader of the Simbani came to Tarna to ask us to ally with the Simbani against the Leopard Men. The Council of Judgement decided to investigate this talk of war. It is most unusual for the Council of Judgement to become involved with the affairs of humans. The Council of Judgement decided to send a peace mission into the jungle to speak with the Leopard Men. It was ambushed at night, and only one human survived to speak of it. Rakeesh, Rishaka, was the leader of the peace mission. Is she dead then? I do not know. My magic tells me nothing. I do not think so, but that may only be the wishes of a mother's heart, rather than true knowledge. Forgive our rudeness, my friend, but Rishaka is our daughter. Kreesha, let us speak more of this later. So we're finding out more about Rakeesh's family, so... Uhura is part of the Simbani tribe. So they sent a representative to this city, Tarna, to ask for their aid against some other group called the Leopard Men. I can't ask about any of those, so let's just talk to Rakeesh and then be on our way. This city and the land around it is called Tarna. It is ruled by my people, the Liontars. I hope that you can have the chance to appreciate the beauty of this place. Yeah, Uhura. We will see Uhura and Simba again in a few days, for we will journey together to her village to talk with her people and learn more about the war between the Simbani and the Leopard Men. And here are the two groups. The Simbani village is about a day's journey from here. All I know of the Leopard Men is that they are a tribe of shape changers who dwell in the jungle. That's kind of cool. The shape changers are humans who take on certain aspects of an animal through magic. The jungle lies several days to the east of Tarna. Okay, that's it there. I will spend the next couple of days finding out more information about this war. We can speak more about this later. The Liontars have ruled Tarna for as long as we have existed. Most Liontars have little to do with humans, although that is changing. This talk of war is in some ways a good sign, for it means that the Liontars begin to accept that the Simbani are our allies and friends. Rakeesh, you have been away a long time. There are several members of the Council of Judgement who also respect humans. There are also those who call for war's sake. Okay. We already asked about this. Oh, it's different. Although the Simbani tribesmen have supplied Tarna with meat for many decades, there are those Liontars who forget that Tarna depends upon the Simbani for food. Without the Simbani, there may well be no Tarna. As long as the talk of war remains just talk, Tarna may benefit from this experience. When the Liontars are forced to treat humans with respect, then the Liontars will learn to respect humans. The Council of Judgement is made up of the wisest of our people. Kreesha is, of course, the magical member of the Council. That is because I am one of the few Liontars who have studied magic. It is because you are both magical and wise, my love. Okay, well, they like each other. We already asked about that, sorry. Okay, cool. Well, you say goodbye to Rakeesh and Kreesha. Farewell, Prince of Shapir. We will see you later, my friend. And let's go. You can't quite tell where to go at this point. I'm just gonna pretend like I don't know. I know it is this way, but how would you know? Go this way. Oh, what'd she say? Through that alcove lies my private quarters. Okay, so I guess we're not going that way. Up this way. So private quarters back there. All right. So that's the stage is set. I have reserved a room in your name at the nearby inn. I can see you are eager to explore our city. Farewell, Prince of Shapir. Farewell, my friend. In 2 days I will stand before the Council of Judgement and speak of peace. I would like you to be there as well. Then we can journey together to the Simbani village. In the meantime, explore and enjoy Tarna. If you have any questions, you will find us here. Enter freely. You will be welcome at any time. Well, almost any time. After all, Rakeesh and I need some time to, speak with one another again after such a long parting. Good day. Get it, Rakeesh. Alright. Look at this. Look at the size of this place. I'm just gonna save it here as well. Just over Tarna. There's a cool little effect, actually, when you walk near, as I walk away. The music changes. So it's dynamic depending on where I am. The sign below the eye reads magic, right? There's just people walking around. This person has a definite hygiene problem. What? You see a resident of Tarna. You see the middle plateau of Tarna. To the west and below, down there, that way, you can see the tents of the bazaar and the river rolling past the savannah. To the east and above, you can see the huge statues standing over the city. I was always very impressed with the art in this game. Just the vibe of this game. Whether or not it's actually as good of a game as I remember, I guess we'll see. But I really liked this. I preferred this architecture to Quest for Glory 2, actually. What is this? You see a small garden of ferns and trees. Now this Think Again thing, we're going to be seeing that a lot in this game. It's like a fallback for like everything that you do, from what I remember. You see a Liontar wandering the streets. What's this? This is another shop. You can see the sign which reads Apothecary. Oh yeah, I wanted to check my my inventory here. I think we have some pills left over from the previous game. We have 200 dinars. Simple money pouch contains all the money you have with you. It's quite a lot, actually. We have a sword. This is a fine weapon, well balanced and tempered, and very, very sharp. I thought we received... Weren't we supposed to have received a magical sword? I'm confused. It's a set of chainmail armor, a veritable fashion statement. I thought we were supposed to have Soul Forge. Let me just double check that I actually am a paladin. I guess I am. I don't know what that's about. He gave me that. Magic shield. The shield glows with the power of magical protection. That's good. Throwing daggers. I guess we picked some up. This is an all-purpose dagger, balanced for throwing, but also usable in close combat. So we've got 2 poison cure pills. 6 healing pills left over. It's a bottle of healing pills. Just think of them as a sort of super strength aspirin. Mana pills. It's a bottle of magical vitamin pills filled with concentrated spell energy for quick pick-me-ups, at least when you want to cast a levitate spell. We don't even need that. We've got 20 rations. While not exactly your choice for a gourmet meal, these SPIM, Special Portion Instant Meal rations, do last a long time and will keep you from starving to death. Water skin. Our sapphire pin from the Kata. This precious sapphire pin was a gift from the grateful Kata and Shapir. And then, note from Shima. The outside of this note reads, To Shala, in Shima's flowing calligraphy. Before you left Shapir, Shima asked you to give this to the Kata in Tarna. Okay. There's going to be some Kata we need to deliver that note to. So that's a little weird. I'm hoping that I'm not running into something strange here. I'll look up whether or not this should actually be Soulforge. And then it was a little weird that the game kind of thinks that we're a magic user somehow, because we have mana pills too. Something to keep an eye on anyway, but probably it'll be fine, right? Okay. Wow, he walks slowly. Let's check out the apothecary, right? Oh, hi. You must be the Prince of Shapir people are talking about. Wow, I've never met a real prince before. Welcome to my apothecary, Prince. This place. You've wandered into what looks like a 60s head shop, only more organic. There are plants everywhere, along with mellow vibes and a generally cosmic and freaky atmosphere. That's actually my timer. This music is so good. Salim looks more like an artist than an apothecary. He's dressed completely in organic, macrobiotic clothing from the love beads down to his cloth sandals. So that's where we're gonna leave things, I think. Yeah, we'll save it here. Apothecary. Yeah, so that's the opening. A little bit slow, but we know what we're meant to do. We gotta stop the war between the Simbani and the Leopard Men, and we've got a couple of days to explore Tarna, so that's what we'll do next time. Just keep exploring. Probably need to change our money from dinars to whatever the currency is they use here, and talk to this guy. Seems like an interesting man. Alright, thanks for watching, folks. See you next time.